Mike Lieberthal spent 17 years with the Phillies organization, 13 with the big club. There's a homer here in this ballpark during its inaugural year. In fact, we mentioned it earlier. Mike is the first tie to Citizens Bank Park as a player to be inducted into the Wall of Fame, which is out in center field. He was inducted here tonight. Not only was he an offensive catcher, but he also was a heck of a defensive catcher, winning a Gold Glove. And already folks are out there taking a look at Mike Lieberthal's black.
I got to get out there.
Yeah, you better get out there.
It looks like me.
There are going to be fingerprints all over that thing. Lieby, congratulations.
Thank you, Tom.
It was a great job. The speech was great. I mean, that's I know that's something that, as you said, you're not used to doing, but you did a heck of a job with it.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I've been thinking about that speech for a month now, and everybody's like, "You got to memorize that." No.
Uh-oh. Carlos Beltran hits one deep to right field, and that one is not coming back. That is his 28th home run of the year. He's been among the league leaders all season long, 81 RBIs. That's his 8th home run in his last 17 games.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a towering shot.
Has been hot.
Well, they're 5th in the league in home runs with 123.
That's unbelievable. He has 28 home runs. I didn't even know that.
Yep.
It's a cutter kind of hung out over. That's one of those ones when you're back, you want to catch it.
Wow, that was a little hanger, huh?
Yeah.
Beltran, he's really made a comeback in his career, huh?
Yeah, he has. That's 28 home runs, 81 RBIs.
Didn't you hit the first home run in this park?
I don't know. Did I?
I think
the
you did.
First home run here.
I think you did.
I would believe it was probably to left field.
It was.
It was. You pulled it.
Yeah.
Right. It's definitely a pull hitter.
I think it. Well, now I ask you a question. It's like a lawyer putting somebody on the stand. You should know the answer.
Right. I should.
But I should have. But I think you did, Libby. I think you did hit the first home run here. Yeah.
I remember we did see a home run with the against the Cincinnati Reds.
That was
makes
the first.
Sense.
That was the first series.
Yep. David Freese, the hitter. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. What kind of honor is that, though, Mike, to come back and you'll be on that wall for the rest of your life?
I know. Unbelievable. I told my kids that, but they're too young to understand. But I just feel so lucky and fortunate to just have played for this organization. I'm telling you, like I said, there's a lot of great players that come through Philadelphia. And in, the game of baseball, the business of baseball, sometimes you just don't get fortunate and lucky enough to stay on one club for a very long time. And guys like Jimmy Rollins and Chase, they come through the organization. And Ryan Howard, they're hopefully these guys can stay here for long enough to be on the wall. Of course, Jimmy will be. And I just feel lucky. I mean, it's just incredible to have this kind of organization, this kind of ownership here that really takes care of their alumni. And I just feel really fortunate.
You did a great job, as Tommy said, with speaking, but one thing really jumped out at me, and that was you talking about Harry and Vuk, because your relationship with Vuk over the years was interesting.
Vuk was like my dad. If you don't know my dad was very hard on me when I was growing up. I mean, I'd be in that batting cage till my hands bled. And Vuk was the same way. When I came up to the big leagues, he wanted me to do well. He put a lot of time and effort into my career, and I'm telling you, he was no different than my dad, and I loved him for it. And he made me a better player, and I'm just, I just wish he was still here.
Yeah.
Would you have thought that at the time when you were going through all that stuff with Vuk?
Well, there were times I wanted to punch him in the face, but no. But no, he was a very hard worker. He really was great with the younger players coming up. He just wanted them to really learn the game and to get better. And he wore his emotions on his sleeve, and some players might not have liked it, but you know what? He was like a father to me here in Philadelphia. He's one of the best coaches I've ever had, and I just appreciate everything he did for me.
How often do you get the freeze?
Oh, he'll freeze me. I'm telling you, better not non-hustle or do something that was a mental mistake per se in baseball. Then he'd really jump on you. But he was a great third base coach. Yeah, he's truly missed.
Well, you also mentioned Harry, and I know a lot of the guys that were part of the era that Harry did games, which was so long, they all talk about the fact that he was able to call their games.
Right.
What was that like?
Well, Harry was the most kind person I think I've ever met. From day one, he was always full of spirit. He was always positive. He always came up to me and said, "Lieby, have a good game today, and don't worry about what the fans are saying or what the media is saying." And I don't know. I just, you know, and when he called games, he was always very positive, and he was just, he was one of my favorites here, and obviously his voice, and he's such a legend here in Philadelphia.
There's a ground ball foul. Ooh, just foul.
Took a weird hop.
That really did take a weird hop. What are you most proud of, Lieby, when you think about it? I mean, obviously the Gold Glove, the All-Stars, you know, the fact that Charlie was pointing to the 330 home runs and the 275 lifetime average, stuff like that, when he was talking about you today. What are you most proud of?
You know what? Probably the Gold Glove. Not only the games caught. I've had a lot of injuries in my career. I know I was here for a long time, but I did have a lot of injuries, and I could have played, I think, a lot more games. But to have that Gold Glove that 1 year and be recognized for your defense, you know, I always took a lot of pride in my hitting, and I always put a lot of pressure on myself with the bat because I knew I can hit. And but I would have to say, just you know, in '99 when I got that Gold Glove, and it's still hanging in my family room, it's something that I look at and I probably cherish the most.
Well, the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Daniel Descalso.
The position that you played, obviously you banged up your knees a lot in that position. How tough was it?
Yeah, I just did not have great knees to begin with. I don't know, something happened in the minor leagues. I think I tore my left ACL, so I always had a tough left knee. I obviously in '01 when I got picked off and tore everything in my right one.
Well, Lieby, congratulations.
Yeah,
enjoy the
thanks,
weekend.
Tom.
And we'll give you a little taste of HK calling one of your home runs as we go
awesome.
to break.
Appreciate
so this is a
all
nice
the love.
present to Mike Lieberthal. A little defense in this call from HK. It's 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the second. Mike Lieberthal, the newest addition to the Phillies Wall of Fame.
Ooh, good catch by Lieberthal. And he got a chance out at second base. What a fine play by Lieberthal.